Welcome back everybody to the Bros of Decay. I'm Leslie, behind the camera, like usual, Mr. Danny.
Hello everyone.
Look at where we are walking today. Jeez, it's not even possible to drive here with a car here or even to ride a bicycle or something. But we are on our way today in Portugal to a noble, simple noble farmhouse. That's how I called it, because the owners of this place were definitely noble people, but they live in the literal middle of nowhere in Portugal. Like, we have to take this route, go past fields, go past cows, and it's gonna be quite an adventure to even reach the house. What were these roads used for, Danny? Do you know that?
It's just for animals.
Just for animals.
It's literally for the animals to go to the fields. That's why you don't even drive on this. Like, it's impossible. This is just rocks.
Simply. Oh, jeez. Danny, what the hell do you have in your mouth?
I'm a farmer.
You wanna look
I have to behave like a farmer.
I think we are reaching the gate of the farmhouse over here. So the fields of this place are still in use to this day, and there are literally like 10 buildings on this property, but not a single one of those is still in use. But however, have to be very careful because there are cows with horns on the field. We don't know if they are dangerous, but
I don't know, but
we just traverse it very carefully and yeah, just take it lightly. Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready. Yes, let's go. Okay, 1, 2. Hop. Yep. Okay. From now on, we are in imminent danger until we reach the farmhouse.
I hope the cows are not surrounding the farmhouse.
No.
I hope not.
That will be terrible.
Yeah.
I can hear the bells of the cows in the background already.
Finding a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Take some dedication.
Yeah.
Definitely smash a like for that, because we are dedicated.
Yep.
I can already see a cow in the field over there.
And I also think I see the farmhouse.
Okay. The cow is just minding its own business, eating some grass over there. And we are getting our first glimpse of this wonderful place in the distance over there. Oh, there's a second cow. It doesn't really look very noble from the outside.
It doesn't, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's just...
That's true.
What for them noble, it's what they have, what they meant, what they did, not the house. Especially with
such a view.
In the middle of nowhere. She knows. She's looking.
Wow. That's beautiful. The cows seem to be minding their own business, so we can slowly make our way towards the farmhouse. It's getting hot already, right?
Yeah. It's early in the morning and it's already getting hot.
So, we see the facade of the house. This is the place that we're going to document today. It looks actually absolutely wonderful. From here, it looks like a very tiny house.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it looks on the inside. So let's waste no more time. The gate seems to be open. Okay. Sir. Okay. Okay. Open her up. Let's start an epic documentary.
Our journey leads us into the depths of Portugal, where we discovered the forgotten house of the Pimentel family that dates back to the mid-1800s. This house has been in the same family for generations. And they are considered simple, noble people from a family that was known for producing wine on large scale for the whole region. The family's legacy is apparent in every nook and cranny of the house, from the traditional architecture to the vineyards that are still standing to this day. Since 1995, family members have been moving out of the house because there was nothing around here. Only Maria, her daughter, and her husband remained. In the year 2000, the family had a birthday party for the oldest tenant, Maria, who turned 99. It was a celebration with the whole family. But unfortunately, Maria didn't get to live until she was 100 years old. When Maria passed away, they also moved out, leaving the house with all its valuable possessions behind, frozen in time. Walking through this house is like taking a step back into time. The walls, floors and ceilings all have their stories to tell, and their presence can still be felt wandering through this home. Let's go on an adventure through this historic house and uncover the intriguing stories of the Pimentel family.
Welcome inside of the house, everybody. And as you can see, I just completely dressed up in an authentic Portuguese traditional outfit. I'm saying that right, Danny?
Yep.
This is an outfit that was worn on Sundays mostly. This was an outfit that's very occasional, as you can say. And one thing I have to mention, like a lot of people have asked this in the comment section, do we take these outfits ourselves or do we take this from the abandoned places? No, we let them be made on size. And this one is actually from Danny, his grandfather, and your father as well, right? He
My
wore it
father as well, yeah.
So it has been in Danny, his family for a long, long time. And it's perfect to film an abandoned Portuguese location with. This house is magnificent. Let me take you to the first room. This was the office of the family. The simple, noble family, as we call them. But from the office, you can look into the square of the garden square, I'm gonna call it. What is the exact name for this again?
Patio.
Patio,
Yeah,
and
patio.
we in Belgium we call it the square farm. That this is, but it's actually a noble mansion between quotations. I won't exactly call it a mansion, but it's massive and it has all the furnishings that you would expect inside of an abandoned mansion. Look at the room that we just ended up in. Wow. Pimentel family. This was the family that lived here for generations, built this place in 1850, and conducted all their business from this room over the years. Here we have a couple of pictures left on the table. Look at that. That might have been Francisco, right? In his younger years.
Possibly, yeah.
Francisco is the son of, what was the name of the mother again?
Nilza.
Nilza, sorry, difficult to pronounce.
Even difficult for.
And this is most likely her son in his early days. Did you have mandatory military service in Portugal?
Yes, back in the day, yes. Right now, no.
That's probably the reason why Francisco was in the military back then. Mm-hmm. Here we can see a family picture in front of the house. You can see the mountains in the background and the side view of the house over here. And we got another lovely picture of this family. This picture is literally deteriorating over time. Unfortunately, they didn't take out these pictures when they left this house behind. Even a couple of gun bullets. Wow, maybe we can even find a gun inside of this house. It's not common to find a gun in Europe,
No.
but there's a possibility in such a noble house as this one. Okay, what do we have over here? Lots of encyclopedias, from over the years that they collected. Wow, thousands and thousands of letters left behind. Jeez. Okay. And then everybody, let me show you a very, very special room inside of the house. This is a living space. This was their living space, their main room, where the family came together in the evening, where they would sit on the bench over there. Absolutely wonderful, and also for looking from the style, a very noble room inside of the house. The first thing I see over in this room are these wonderful pictures here on the wall, probably their ancestors that they proudly displayed over here, the starters of the Pimentel family. Oh, might this have been a picture of them being married? Sorry, I forgot the name again.
Nilza.
Nilza and her husband back in the time.
I have no idea. It looks very, very old.
Yeah, this looks 18th century or 1800s, beginning 1900s. Then we got that picture next to it.
Looks like a priest.
Yeah, it's definitely a drawing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful though. And this lady over here, probably also a member from the family, in the same setting, also in a church it looks like, or in a very historical building in the background. Lovely wallpaper. Love the gold plating on there. Wow. No, this might have been...
No.
No, this is not Nilsa. This
No,
picture.
no, this is
It's
color.
definitely the daughter. How's she called?
Yeah. The daughter, I have no idea.
I have not found that. We always do a lot of research inside of the places and outside of the places to find the family history, but sometimes we just cannot get the complete history. So this was definitely one of the daughters of the family, but we have no clue who she was or what her name was or what she does now in life. Look at that. The family was definitely very important, except for wine production. They probably were also involved in politics of Portugal. And did we find out which flag this was?
No.
So here they're conducting a business deal between the two countries. Wow. And I love this book. Astronomia Popular. This is a book completely dedicated to astronomy. You can see the moon over here and how they preserved it back in those days. Because nowadays we of course know much more about our universe and everything. But this, if I could read it, I would definitely do so. Are you also interested in astronomy, Danny?
No. Not at all.
That's very
Sorry.
unfortunate because you can read this whole book probably.
Yep.
Wonderful. Ah. This place has been abandoned for a long time, 22 years already. And you can definitely see the pieces of furniture are slowly falling apart. You can see a hole in the wall over here, foaming. Very unfortunate that such a noble place is going to waste. And this is actually an emblem from the family, and we have looked at it and it says over here 1740, and this is a registration of their nobility. Am I right about that?
Yep. You see the family name?
Yeah. Pimentel, and the family crest is even above it over there.
Yep.
Wow.
And this is a letter that they tried, I think they got it, for the crest to be considered noble.
Even the Portuguese flag is worked into their crest. Absolutely amazing. And these red curtains. Look over here, bro. There's a snail hanging on the curtain. He's literally chilling there. But they are wonderful. Wow. They could open up the doors over here, the shutters, and the light would flood into this room. Would be very magnificent. Look over here. You've told me this a lot of times, but back in the time in Portugal, they would fly around with a helicopter, take pictures of every single house, and then ring the doorbell and ask if the owners wanted to buy the picture. The wallpaper is now covering it. Wow, this lady over here is probably also a family member. And the corset she is on, her whole waist is literally crimped together. That's also a traditional Portuguese thing, right? The corsets?
Not really.
Because I know in France it is. In France, in the noble times or in former times, the women would always wear a corset for a slim waist.
Yeah, it depends on the dress and stuff.
Okay. Couple of artifacts left here. Oh. The food bell. Do you think that these owners of this place also had servants?
Yeah, probably like one maid.
Yeah. This is a small noble family,
Yeah.
as we would say. A simple noble family, which we have said many times before right now. A lovely bench over here to the side. Love the design on it. Wow. This braiding, so beautiful. And very typical Portuguese bench as well. And then we have a grandfather's clock standing here. Unfortunately, without a clock face anymore, but a beautifully carved one. Maybe the gun is inside of here. Because that's where you would store a gun, and unfortunately it's empty. Okay, and from here we can go further into the hallway. We now go to the next section of this house. It's in the square, like I told you before. Every single room is on the right side, and in the middle is that garden that we saw. And over here we have the first bedroom of the house. A double bedroom. At a certain point, a lot of people would be living inside of this place. But over time, of course, because this house is literally in the middle of nowhere, the numbers started to diminish and less people started to live here. Till only Francisco, his wife, and sorry, again, I forgot the name.
Nilsa.
Nilsa used to live in here. And Nilsa was already very old, so Francisco took care of her. This was definitely not their room. Let's see what kind of artifacts are left here. Whoa, I really love this. Oh. It's like sort of a dividing screen, but with these little emblems in there. A religious depiction. Of course, these people that lived here were very, very religious back in the time. That was common for Portugal, and especially for these noble families.
Christmas.
Yeah. Wow. There's even a couple of pictures left in this room. Look at this one. A man with a pipe. I love his style. And then we got a young lady over here. Probably also a member from this family. So sad to see all these pictures left in this place. Nothing more to this side.
That chair is interesting.
What's so special? Oh, this is a...
Can I say it in Portuguese?
You can say it in Portuguese, definitely.
That's a I think I have to blur that out, but...
Yeah, exactly, you're right. And a very special one, though.
Yep.
Beautifully carved. Wow. There's even a star in here, as you can see. The holes are made into a star. Wow. It's beautiful, actually. Let's put this all back nicely, like we found it. Also, there's a fresco on the ceiling over here. Very typical fresco. No, normally in Portugal you see crown molding or...
It's crown molding with
molded
fresco.
wooden ceilings, but there's a fresco in here. See, a bowl over here. And it's actually very funny because this whole house is surrounded by these types of animals.
Yeah.
I think if we look out of the window, is that possible? We can see the cows because I can hear them actually.
Oh yeah.
Standing there. Oh, over here is one to the right side. Wow. They're just walking around the house over here. It's wonderful. Minding their own business. I also really adore this hallway that we have here, the skylight up top. Actually, in our series that we are filming right now in Portugal, we have seen a skylight in almost every single house, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that before. I think we are just lucky, or is that a thing in Portugal?
It's kind of a thing, small skylights.
Yeah.
It's just to have natural light, because back in the day there was no electricity.
No, that's true. And I really
the
love them, I must say.
Yeah, if the hallway didn't have this skylight, it would be
Black.
dark.
Pitch
Yeah.
black. Wonderful chandelier over here, or crystalier light fixture, as you can see. And then Danny, oh, have a look at this room. Absolutely magnificent. Wow. Look at that bed. It looks like it's completely made out of copper pipes. Wow. Love the headrest. Still made, as you can see. The pillow still at the top. And what do we have over here? República Portuguesa. This is some sort of an award again, right?
Yeah, it's saying that he graduated. This is Liceu. It's a college university.
So Francisco graduated from university with this degree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't know what because I didn't read it, but yeah.
That's wonderful. A vanity here to the side. With a jug to wash yourself back in the time on there. Look at the painting that we have on this one. Absolutely beautiful. And it complements all the other pieces that we see on top of here. Even the comb and everything is still on there. Wow. Look at this upholstery chair in the corner. Actually, there's a very small seat over here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna sit on it, as you
Yeah.
can see, it's completely filled with probably mouse feces or something like that.
Bed.
Bat.
Bed. The
Have you
beds.
seen bats inside of the house?
You haven't seen it?
No. Are there bats inside of the house? No. Stop it, Danny. No, not
Yep.
again. Not again.
Yep.
Oh, baby crib over here. The left side. Oh, now I'm thinking about the bats while filming.
It's during the day. They are sleeping. No worries.
Okay, I hope we'll not encounter them. And then all the candles that we have over here on top.
These are religious candles for a church.
Yeah. You think they would have like a religious ceremony in here sometimes, or a priest come over to pray or something?
I don't know because I didn't saw the property, but I would say that they have a chapel or had.
Then we are going to go in search of a chapel later in this video.
Yeah, I think because these people very religious with this farmhouse for sure.
Absolutely. A couple of things up here. I want to try out this seat, of course, because I was just talking about it. Yeah, I feel like this part over here is very, very small, but I don't know why it was. It's also a very low seat. But it is, however, a very, very beautiful seat, though. I love the upholstery on there, the yellow.
I think they are lower to the ground because they are used to for putting the shoes on.
Oh, yeah, in the bedroom, to put the clothes and the shoes on. Wow. Okay. So we have this room over here, and I saw one more room to this side. The very empty room, though. But also used to be a beautiful room back in the time. It looks like this used to be the dressing room for the room next to here.
Yep.
Wow. See if there are any clothes left behind. Look at that. All the pillows, all the costumes, everything is still in there. For some weird reason, there's also...
It's for the mods.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow. And then we have the wheelchair of Nilsa left here. She turned to the age of 99 years old. And at the end of the life, she was bedbound. Probably to take her out, they needed a wheelchair. A lot of religious depictions everywhere.
Oh wow, I know this place. I'm sorry.
No problem.
This is Obic. This is in my city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love this town.
Wow.
Really do.
You haven't taken me there yet. Looks
No.
like a very colorful town.
Yeah, it is. It's very colorful.
Definitely show a picture or a video
Oh
of it
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Do you remember when I told you about the cherries liquor? It's
Yeah.
from there. It's a complete medieval town. I love it.
We have to visit it.
Yeah.
And you guys have to as well. You have to visit Portugal though.
Yeah.
Look at this view. You cannot beat it anywhere in the world. Like, these people had literally the best view ever from their house. Wow. The river, the mountains. Let's see what this next section, this next hallway in the house has to offer. I already see lots of things that pique my interest. First off, over here, we have the bathroom of the house. Wow. It's also still completely intact. Look at that, the ivy growing up there, taking it over from the outside. There's even a toilet roll left behind after 20 years, come on. That's just crazy. If you tell this to your friends and family, like, oh yeah, we find these abandoned places with everything left, nobody literally believes you until they see the videos.
Yeah.
Wow. And all the shampoo bottles, cleaning products, everything of the family is left behind here. Yes, you may
It's
know.
not. It's not. It didn't start at 0. It's not properly.
Oh yeah, I'm
Because you're not 80.
85 almost. Jeez, no, I'm not 85. I'm about 75. Everybody, if you want to know kilograms. So do your own conversion if you. Here we go. Another wonderful bedroom inside of the house, and this looks like the bedroom of Francisco. Everything is still completely in place, and it looks like it was lived in at the last moments that people lived inside of this house. Wow, look at the praying beads, still neatly hanging here on the side of the bed. Francisco would be sitting at night, praying away for his mother, who was bedbound, probably the room next to here. Wow. Carefully place that back. Also some medicine to this side, still made bed, of course. Jesus watching over him when he went to sleep. Danny, I see something in the corner of my eye. No, over here to this side. I love these. They are candle holders. And back in the time before electricity existed, they would light this up and walk like this through the house. For example, across the hall to the toilet or to get a snack in the kitchen. Wow, this is a relic from the previous times. I truly enjoy it. Half burnt candle on there. What do we have over here? Little vanity, as you can see. Oh, these pictures. A very recent picture of a lady. Wow. Look at that. 11 photos it says on here, right?
Yeah.
Photo lab. Sent to them. Jeez, bro. Wow. These are the 3 generations. The mother, the daughter, and the granddaughter.
The great granddaughter, the
The great-grandmother.
mother, the grandmother. There's a generation missing, and that's
the daughter is missing.
yeah.
Jeez. Look at them together. Francisco and his wife. That's also the daughter. That's probably the same one. These two. Looks like the same one.
I have no idea. There were so many brothers.
Yeah, that's true. The family is enormous. Oh my. Sorry, I forgot the name again.
Nilsa.
Nilsa. And see here, Nilsa is having a great time. Probably. Oh yeah, this was her 99th birthday. What we found.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the party. Look at that. Here she is with the candles and everything, and the whole family is over in the house.
Oh,
See, they're having a party over here.
the family is huge.
Oh, I already saw this room. This is the dining room, bro.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Okay. I'm gonna show you these pictures later when we are in the dining room. Can you hold on to them? We will
Yes.
place them back properly afterwards, but I really want to show you them together with the dining room. See, all the clothes of Francisco are still left in here. Even a box of cigars that he used for nails now. Wow. Behind you, Danny. Built-in dresser with all his costumes where he conducted his business with, still neatly left behind in here. And all his ties as well. Jeez, he had a
my God.
big stack of ties. Wow. You see, every single one of them is pre-knotted.
Yeah.
So he probably didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's annoying to do.
It's very, very
Yeah,
annoying.
I don't like to do it.
And complicated.
There's even more ties down there. Oh, jeez. He at least had 100 ties inside of his dresser.
You see that? Can you grab the green thing?
This one?
The green. They are the same.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the same scarf of us.
Yeah. It's the exact same scar.
Yeah.
You have it right here.
Wow. Truly Portuguese. Thank you for helping me out with these clothes.
No worries. My pleasure.
Here we got a picture from when Francisco got married. Wow. Beautiful church behind him.
These are most likely his working clothes. And even... Rope?
Where Portuguese people behind doors put always ropes. That's a rope.
Ah, that's the bathrobe.
Yeah.
And down there is his boots to go in the field with. Wow. Okay. I think I just did this. Yeah, let's place it back neatly. Okay.
Oh, a stopper. Yeah.
Again, a very nice hallway. Wanna do the game again?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Blanket.
Blankets. Oh no, these are towels.
Oh,
See,
yeah, towels.
This for the bathroom, of course, because
yeah,
the bathroom is next to here. Wonderful chest, however, lovely leather upholstery on there. Beautiful piece, and I love the paws down below as well. What a wonderful chest. Then look at this. Here you can see another angle of the house. So the helicopter that came over took multiple pictures, and they probably purchased all of them. Oh, the property is enormous. Look at this one. Here's the chapel.
Oh, I was right. Okay, yeah.
There is a chapel on this property, and we definitely have to look at it. Wow. Here we come into another bedroom. A traditional sink without running water, of course. Completely full of bed pieces. If you're right, of course. I still haven't seen a single bed inside of this house. Wow. This bed hasn't been used in a long time. The sheets are all laying on top of there. A lovely picture above it. A young lady holding a child. Even the purses are left behind. What's this, Danny? Oh my. Oh, this literally falls apart.
That I have no idea.
There would be definitely some sort of liquid inside of here. You can see this hose here to the side. Wow. I have no clue
Me neither.
what was inside of here.
No clue.
Look at this. It's like a mini chapel
Yeah.
inside of this room.
It was a closet and they literally converted it into
You
a
can
chapel.
see the bar to hang the clothes from is
Yeah.
still in there. And the person that lived in this room converted it to a chapel.
This is
They were worth
crazy.
a ton of money.
Yeah.
The Bible left here on a lovely stand. Candle holders above there. And here we got our beloved Jesus as well. Wow. What a room again. Jeez, this floor is literally bending over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. No. It's just...
Oh my, it's falling apart.
What?
I just want to look. That's me, so curious always. But
That one is literally falling, yeah.
yeah, you have to be really careful where you walk inside of this house. Lovely display stand over here. Unfortunately, there's nothing on there anymore.
What do you think would be there?
Something religious.
No?
No, a vase?
A vase with a flower, yeah.
I see. I know my stuff. And then over here, we have another perfectly made bedroom. And this must have been the last bedroom of Nilsa. Nilsa, I'm saying that
Yeah.
right? Yeah, see, I can remember things. Lovely bed, as you can see. It's also a very short bed, I would say. Because back in the time, people were smaller, and especially Portuguese people.
True.
We Dutch people, we are very, very big, but in general, Portuguese people nowadays are taller, but back then were really small. You see it in simpler houses than this one, I would say. You see very small doorways, very small beds, but these noble houses had, of course, bigger beds, bigger doorways, because they were just more noble. What do we have over here? A couple of picture frames, bro. Is again full of pictures over here. Oh, wow. She looks beautiful.
Is that the family?
Yeah, I think so.
This is all the brothers.
And here is Francisco, maybe when he went to the army. You can see the daughters as well here. It's wonderful. So many memories still left in this place. That's a picture of Nilsa, I think. Wow.
In the living room.
In the dining room.
The
Can
dining
you
room.
take this one as well? I'm gonna show where it is exactly in a minute. Okay. Let's put these ones back neatly over here on the nightstand. What a room. Look at this enormous statue of Maria, completely carved out of wood. NSDR. Where does that stand for?
Nossa Senhora. The rest I don't know.
Is it like a prayer?
No. It's the name.
Ah, it's the
Nossa
name.
Senhora. It's Mary.
With a crown still on top of her head. Absolutely wonderful. Here Nilsa burned her last candles before she passed away at the beautiful age of 99 years old and a half. Wow. And here we can see her clothes as well, still hanging in the dresser. This is a beautiful coat.
Yeah.
Okay. Little verse on the wall. What does it say?
A memory of college with a smile of peace and
It's a
joy.
college. Wow.
Yeah,
So somebody got this when he probably graduated.
probably.
Oh, there's also a really beautiful painting over here. Look at that. Somewhere in the jungle, painted in 72.
Oh, it's a real one.
Yeah. Can definitely tell it's a real painting. Lovely light fixture as well here in the hallway. There's one more bedroom to this side as well. Look at that. Isn't it just wonderful? I think it has been turned into a sort of knitting room or ironing room or washing room back in the time.
Oh, maybe back in the time this was the maid's room. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, be careful.
This must have definitely been the maid room. This is the smallest bedroom inside of the house with a skylight in there, even though that's really nice. That's a nice feature of the bedroom.
Yeah.
But it's the smallest bedroom of the house. So you're probably right. There's even a calendar over here on the wall that says the year 2000. That's the year when this house got abandoned. Wow. Watch out with that plane, please.
Yeah.
That's absolutely wonderful to see. Sigma sewing machine. Also a beautiful vanity in this room as well. Here's my birth year, 1997.
Mm-hmm.
January 1997. Okay. There is a basement underneath here that
Yeah.
we have to show you in a minute, but that's dangerous. Get ready, because this is the most opulent room of the entire house. Let me welcome you inside the dining room. Wow, isn't that just magnificent? Everything still present from the day that the family lived and dined here. I will start off with this ceiling because that's the most beautiful one in the entire house. Crown molding on there. Look over here in the middle piece, the middle medalla of it. Wow. And then underneath, we have this oil lantern. Wow. And look at all this china that's also displayed here on the table. That's made in Portugal. Look at
Yes, it's not China.
Yeah, but that's the name for it.
We have another name in Portuguese.
Okay, but the general English name is China.
Yeah.
Can you give me that picture that I just gave you? Because I already see where it was taken, the last one. Come over here, Danny. Stand over here. This is literally the picture right here. And there in front of you, you can see the seat where this picture was taken back in the time. Nilsa would be sitting on this exact seat here on the room in this picture. This is a memory of her. Here she rests. Wow. Look at this cabinet, display cabinet, completely filled with crystal glasses, all from the dinner parties that happened inside of this room.
Oh wow.
What's down there?
Cups with crests.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Probably presents from when they went somewhere to another noble family.
Probably.
Oh, I'm stuck.
You stuck?
I'm stuck. Yeah, okay.
Right,
I'm
right.
unstuck. Gonna leave her here. Beautiful. Look at this cabinet over here. And can you give me the other pictures? Because I also remember this one. Thank you, sir. I've seen this one somewhere between the stack of pictures that we have over here. This is all in the dining room, perhaps? If you're asking that to yourself. Oh, excuse me. Yes, this is the one that I wanted to show you. Look at that. That is in front of this cabinet over here. Wow. Francisco and his wife. Beautiful. The plates on there, very Portuguese. This cabinet in general, super Portuguese.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm literally
Really
bumping
bump.
into everything. And then we have another very high one to this side. Look at the carvings that we have up top there. They are magnificent. The plates and everything still in here. Oh, this looks like a mythical creature
Yeah.
that's carved in there. Everything from the teacups and everything is still in there.
Portuguese crest.
Where is the Portuguese crest? Oh, on top of there. Wow. That's beautiful. Okay, let's close this up. That's a real memory. Let me see a couple more pictures. This one is taken to that wall. Then we have this one. It's taken here. Nilsa was sitting over here in the corner, and it's directed from that angle towards here. And that's her 99th birthday. And just imagine them celebrating it for one last time 20 years ago inside of this exact room. You can still feel the atmosphere. You can still see the people, the family sitting inside of here. There's one more thing I haven't shown in this room yet. There are these beautiful upholstery chairs. Look at them. Even the mythical creatures come back on this beauty. Wow.
And another thing that I noticed,
Absolutely.
they made cushions for the chairs because they're kind of uncomfortable, let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Let me try them out. Okay, I'm sorry to ruin your pants a little bit, but
It's just wooden.
yeah, it's not very comfortable though. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. So with
With a
this cushion,
cushion.
this must have been amazing. Okay, you're gonna have to dust me off at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, this is much better. You're right. It's beautiful. And they're exactly made for these chairs. Wow. Okay. Here's another chest. This one seems to be a little bit broken.
Is that a chest even?
Is it?
Oh wow, look at the carvings.
Wow, it's amazing. Again, mythical creatures everywhere. That's literally the theme of this room. And then above there we have this painting, made in Porto, as you can see, but it's literally deteriorating. Oh my god, bro,
Oh, she scared the hell out of me.
you were right.
What?
They flew a bat inside of this room like literally a split second ago.
To this room?
Literally, I think. Oh my, I'm really scared right now. I literally saw a bat flying. They're sitting there.
Oh my god, there's 3 in the corner there.
Very carefully.
4 in the corner. Oh my
Oh my god, they're so cute.
They are cute.
Until
Just-
they bite you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there are lily bats everywhere.
Wow.
This is sort of an extra area to the dining room.
It's the preparing.
The preparing exactly
Section.
the side kitchen. You can see they had
Yeah.
they don't clean up their stuff. Wow. And this side area, let's just leave them. Try not to wake them. And this side area leads into the kitchen of the house. as you can see. A very traditional Portuguese kitchen, a very small one. Definitely nothing noble, so the servant would work in here and she or he would prepare the food for the family.
This cabinet completely fell on top of the sink.
Oh, it used to be attached up here. Yeah, you're right, Danny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. There are a lot of them up there.
Oh my god.
Actually, 8 beds inside of this room. 9. Jeez. Okay.
9? I can't wait even more. Oh my god. Just please sleep.
Go very carefully back. Okay, this is an interesting kitchen, but those are animals that are active in the night, so we shouldn't bother them too much. Wow. Everything is left behind in this kitchen as well. You can see that it has been used like 20 years ago for the last time. Everything is still there. The food, the coffee inside of the cabinet. Sika?
Sikal.
Sikal. You guys have good coffee.
Thank you. We do.
Wow. Here we have an other entranceway into the house, as you can see. Oh, there's one thing I have to point out in this room, of course. Look at the tile on the wall. Absolutely magnificent, and it's worked into there, living on the same level as the wall. Part of the house. Wow. And here we come into another sort of, I think, if I'm right, this room used to be the breakfast room of the house. Here the family would have breakfast or lunch or something like that. It's a smaller, quote-unquote, dining room.
Yeah, I would say more of the tea room, because
Tea room.
breakfast in Portugal is not like a big thing. It's more of a tea room.
It's not a big thing, breakfast in Portugal?
No, we have a small breakfast. We don't have like big breakfast.
It's not as extravagant as in France or
tea,
Italy or
tea
something.
room back in the day. Tea room.
You could be right about
was very important at the time.
Teacups everywhere.
Yeah.
Beautiful ones even. Wow, look at that. Nilsa, again, displayed here on a wall. She looks wonderful. Another depiction of hunting. All the hunting dogs next to there. Oh, I love this one, bro. I think we even walked here when we went to Porto.
Yep.
This is Porto Antigo no...
Century. What century is that?
That's the 19th century. So,
19th century port.
Wow, 1800s, as you can see, beautiful Porto. And it still looks like that until this day. Beautiful place in Portugal. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the horse carriages and everything.
Braga. Oh my god, that
Braga.
fountain.
Wow. And this, my friend, is a real picture of that place. It's not a painting, not a drawing, but a real picture. Wow. Okay, this place is all back where it belongs. The tea room, I love the crest up there as well.
Oh, wow.
The plate with the crest on it. Absolutely wonderful. And I think you could even sit here in the evening, enjoy the fireplace, drink a cup of tea, maybe smoke a cigar or something like that. That might have also been something that this room was used for back in the time. Wonderful. Here in the hallway, some other artifacts left behind. Love this basket that's filled with these enormous keys over here. Probably to open the barns around the house and maybe for the house itself as well. Who knows? Oh, and this room is also so cozy and lovely. Absolutely adore it. It's a bit of a newer room inside of the house. A sort of sitting area.
Newer?
I would say it's one of the latest additions looking at the furniture.
This is very, very old.
For
Yeah,
real?
this is handmade. Yeah. This is considered art in Portugal, because we don't do it anymore. I don't know how to translate this to Portuguese, but these are very, very traditional.
Oh, I thought really that they were like 20, 30 years old.
No.
Excuse me for that. Wow. They are, however, very beautiful though.
Yeah. those books and the shelf looks
That-
recent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I probably said it. It's also really nice to see all the books that I used to read back in the time. And even a little plushie, maybe from the grandchild, still left here. Wow. Oh, I'm gonna place them back correctly. This is wonderful. And yet another picture of the outside of the house, the aerial. Oh, I haven't shown this one yet. Here we have all the keys of the house. The Casa Grande, the grand house.
No, the big house.
The big house. Wow. From everywhere. You can see.
Oh my gosh, it's the place where they put the wine and the olive oil.
Oh, really? That's probably down below then.
Probably, yeah.
So there's one last room before we show you the basement, and there's this little side room over here. It's not really that interesting, it's just next to the hallway, as you can see, but there were a couple of things in here that I really enjoyed. For example, that was this cow's head, as you can see, this braided cow's head. I really love it.
I'm sorry to correct you. It's a donkey head.
Is this a donkey?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Oh, I thought it was a
Oh
cow.
wait, now that I'm looking at, I don't know.
I think it's a cow's head. Let's the people decide in the
Yeah.
comment section what this is. And then this clock face over here as well. Wonderful cast iron clock face. Beautiful. Okay, I think it's time to go very slowly down the stairway over here. It's gonna be an adventure, bro, and especially with these clothes on. I don't
Yeah.
want to ruin anything.
Yeah,
So
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
ruin my pants for sure. Jesus.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna do it very, very carefully. This garden hasn't been traversed in 20 years, and we're gonna do it for the first time. Okay, bro, this is really something.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to ruin your clothes. Wow, look at the windows over here. They're so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna make my way further. Okay. I already put in my scarf so it doesn't get caught.
Yeah.
Oh my, I can see a part of a wine cellar in there. This looks very difficult to traverse. I'm not gonna do it, but you can see it from over here.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
The bottles on the.
Oh, there are literally hundreds of bottles lying on the ground here. Okay. I see a little pathway over here, so somebody at one point might have walked here. Okay. Gonna do it very carefully. Then he said he's gonna do bad things to me if I ruin his
I'm gonna
pants.
kill him if he ruins my clothes. I'm joking, everyone, by the way. Sort of. Sort of.
Okay.
Oh my god. Nature is literally doing its job.
Look at these flowers.
Yeah.
Aren't they just beautiful?
Oh, do you remember the last house we filmed in Portugal? They had the dry flowers on the table.
Yeah.
It's these ones.
Oh wow. Really? I
They-
will link it up here.
Yeah. They dry off, but when they are green, they're like this.
These?
Yeah, exactly.
That's when they are dry. That's what we saw on the table.
Yeah, that's what
And when they are in full bloom, they are just beautiful. Wow. When you let nature do her thing, she can make amazing things. And you turn around, show this garden over here and the windows up there. This house is magnificent. Wow. You know what it really does remind me of? That one
What?
house we filmed in Portugal with the chapel as well.
Oh, the
Chandelier Chapel. That's how we call it. I will link that one also up here. But it
This
has the garden area of that one is a little bit bigger, and it had the same feel as this house.
Yeah, it was beautiful, and the story also was beautiful.
Yeah, with the woman that got
The house got struck
by a storm,
by storm.
and she had to go to a monastery for her last years in her life. Wow, I think we have ended up in a wine cellar over here. You can see some barrels. Yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
Oh my, that's massive. One of the occupations of this family definitely was the creation of wine, for the region around here. You can see, I'll open this up. Still a ton of bottles left behind over here. Wow. Most of them are empty, but I can see a couple ones that still have a cork on them. Do I see one to this side? This one still has a cork on it. And yes, it's solid in there. It's heavy, but it's solid.
It's been
A
some
long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
Look at all the dust.
Yeah. This looks like a bottle that you would find inside of a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. The big door that will be opened up at harvesting season. All the grapes will be transported in here. The barrels will be transported out of here. This door has been used a lot of times over the years that this building was prevalent. And over here, we have another section, the wine cellar, and in here are even more barrels. Look at that. All empty, unfortunately, otherwise we could have a nice drink, bro. Whoa.
You wish. Yeah.
I definitely wish, yeah. Okay, let's see what more we can find over here. So, I saw that there was one last room over here. There are rooms behind there though, but we're not gonna traverse that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, we cannot do that.
But over here, we have one last room. Oh, oh,
You got dark for a second?
yeah.
And
And this seems like, yeah,
light. Sorry.
sort of a working area. But I saw, Danny, that there is also a door over here that seems it can be opened. So maybe we can go onto the field through this door. Then we don't have to go up that whole shenanigans again. I think I break this one down here. Yes. See if there are no cows. There are none. Oh, this one hasn't been opened in a long time. Can hear the cowbells outside. Look at that. Wow. The view from here is literally amazing. Where are they? Let's have a quick look.
They're all in there.
All in the field down there, yeah. They have massive horns. I don't want to mess with those cows. Let's go up. A couple of rooms over here, or a couple of buildings, probably barns from back in the time. Oh, sorry. Had a wonderful outside area. Wow. Even the house from the outside is amazing, right?
Yeah.
A massive chimney up there. Even had sitting benches over here outside where they could sit in the summertime, enjoy a nice glass of wine after a day of farming or whatever these people would do. I'm very curious where the chapel is. Do you have any idea, Danny?
I have no idea.
Maybe we can go up this stairway here? Nah, that seems very overgrown. Then we have to go through the front gate again. So, let's see. Up. The sounds it all makes is insane. Yes. Wow. They had a cobblestone, or this is not cobblestone, this is just a stone road that they constructed to drive into this place. And then the house itself, you can see it from here. It's beautiful. No way, man. Have a look over there. What we got in front of us. The chapel of this place. That's something we cannot miss out on in this exploration. Whoa. Up, up. A family that had their own chapel is always considered a very rich and noble family. Let's see if this one opens up. Oh, unfortunately, it's completely stuck.
1970.
Wow. 1912, bro.
12, yeah.
1912. Oh, I think there are some windows on the sides that we can look through. Oh, we are in luck today.
It's just open.
The door is wide open for us to enter into this place.
Be careful, the floor.
Oh, very wobbly. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful gold altar where the family could come and pray.
Wow. Even the thing that the priest drinks wine from.
Everything is still here. Little compartment where we stored the holy book.
No, that thing you have in your hand.
This would be in here.
Yep.
Ah, fits perfectly though.
Yeah.
And there would also be a statue up here. It looks like the Maria statue we saw in the room.
In the room, yeah.
Nilsa
Oh yeah,
used to
yeah.
be in here, but they moved it to her room. Wow, and the crown up there is just fascinating. And look at the crown molding as well around this chapel. What a beauty. What a place. Wow, what a fascinating place that we explored today. From the Pimentel family, they really had an awesome life and an awesome mansion. I really want to thank them for their lives and the story that we got to show today. With that all said, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and write me a nice comment down there. Also, watch Danny, his channel, his link is in the description.
Thank you.
And there's also a link in the description for Patreon. There you can support the channel and help me and Danny go around the world and explore these amazing places. With that all said, thank you so much, and I will see you next week in another epic episode. Bye bye. Love you.